Yeah, man. All the bass boys.
One and only.
All my real niggas, man. You can fuck my bitch, man. I swear to God, man. You can fuck my bitch, bro. Bring along them boys in town. Bass God, fuck this bitch right now. I don't hate, I do me.
I'm just bass.
From Twitter to MySpace, I'm yelling, suck my dick.
Where them bass boys? Where them
Bass boys, bass God, where them bass boys, where them bass boys, bass God, where them.
Yes. You are tuning into VNA, the one and only the bass boys.
God damn.
Yeah, dog, that's the intro.
That was Lil B, one and only. Bass God.
Alright. Where them bass boys? Where them bass boys?
Oh, shit, you ready, Mike?
What you got for us today, dog? I don't got much topics. Yesterday my eye was fucked up.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
I don't know what it was, but yeah. The fuck was that?
I'm unsure.
Thought somebody just called us.
Who knows? Well, they should come speak in person, you know.
Come join the pod.
Listen, here's the deal, man. I sent Mike a few days ago. I sent V a video of a biblically accurate description of what angels look like, according to the book of Ezekiel. Did you watch that video, Mike?
Yeah, but not for too long though. I'll be honest.
Did it bother you?
Yeah, it was a little weird. I don't like just like.
It's accurate.
Well, it was just weird.
It's very weird, right? Yeah.
The angels that we know are just fucking.
Yeah, the way that they're shown, like depicted on like movies and like paintings and shit like that.
Like they're pretty much humans.
They're humans with wings or wearing a white robe and shit.
That's way more swagger.
Listen, dog, I fuck with the ones that listen. The ones in the Bible are much creepier compared to that. You know, like, I mean, there's different types of angels and shit, but it does seem very familiar to shit that you see when you're like on DMT and shit like that.
That motherfucker.
So I'm not surprised.
That motherfucker was on a trip.
That's what it looks like to me. Shit.
Forgot about it.
First of all the eyes. As soon as I saw all the eyes and the descriptions, right, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. All right, this is familiar territory.
It just...
You know, this is the type of shit that comes up.
It was definitely a weird watch. If that's how angels really are, I'll be pretty sad.
Why do you think they start off with, like, fear not? Like, be like, don't be scared.
Maybe they're, you know, because I would like to fuck an angel, you know, like a chick.
If they look like that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a hard...
Like that, I'd have a long time with them.
Oh, man.
In a bad way, though.
Man, I was watching this interview the other day that Jordan Peterson had with Richard Dawkins. Do you know about Richard Dawkins?
I don't.
Richard Dawkins, he's an evolutionary biologist. He's balls deep into, like, biology and shit like that. You know, he's a serious, hardcore atheist, right?
Extreme science guy?
Extreme science guy.
He's your type of guy, huh?
100%. Oh, yeah. Since I was 12, I've been fucking with his shit.
Gotcha.
You know?
Damn, since 12?
Since 12. I just never told anyone because nobody my age gave a fuck.
Okay.
If I would try to talk about some shit like that, you guys would be like, what the fuck is it? You just changed that. Like, there would be no way to talk to you guys about that type of shit. Nobody gave a fuck.
But what were you like learning about at age 12, like with him, more or less?
Well,
just biology shit?
No. It started with his debates that he had with a bunch of religious people. And he would have debates about religion. Right. And they would debate, you know.
Typical no proof, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and it would just be like almost sad to watch these people try to like defend their faith as though it were empirical, which is a sad thing to try to do, because if it's based on faith, then you're sort of saying you don't need evidence, you just believe it. I mean, so then what's the point of trying to, you know?
Why even debate then at that point?
That's what I'm saying. If it's...
That would be...
But at the same time, it's like, it's pretty hard to debate. I mean, he's one of the most educated people on the fucking planet, this guy. And so it's very difficult to try to get a guy like him down. And if you're some fucking... Well, some of them were actually intelligent people.
Some of the religious believing?
But I think the intelligent ones were mostly like scam artists in a way.
Man.
You know? Like the sort of people that run like a church or some shit and they try to get a check off that shit.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of
Like
stuff.
our buddy Hubbard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that tweet you posted about Karl Marx, and I was like, damn, how could you... Carl don't got nothing on my guy, L. Ron Hubbard, all right?
Listen,
That's first of all.
let's clarify, bro. We're talking about, I tweeted the other day something about how Karl Marx, I tweeted...
Same energy.
Same energy, right? All I put was a picture of Karl Marx's book,
And then...
you know, Das Kapital, and I put next to it a picture of L. Ron Hubbard's Dianetics, right? And said same energy, and I believe it is the same energy. It's
L. Ron Hubbard had a little more swag with him.
at least L. Ron Hubbard admitted he was a science fiction author.
Nah, I rocks with him way more, because he's... Even after everything that we know is fucking bullshit from Scientology,
Yeah.
it's no different from a church. Like, he's just getting money from people. Churches do that.
Yeah, it definitely still has more of a cult mentality behind the followers and shit.
But aren't religions like
Nah,
that?
but they don't like separate you from the rest of society type shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, on some Leah Remini, whatever.
Yeah,
it
that
is.
type of shit, like,
That type of shit, then I understand it, obviously.
yeah.
It's just funny the shit L. Ron Hubbard be saying, like...
Man, but all right, so I want to get back, because, like, he was arguing with Jordan Peterson. Not
Richard Dawkins, right?
Yeah.
What's up with him?
And you know how Peterson, he's talked a lot about religion,
I mean, all he does is talk.
right? He talks a lot about religion, so...
It's kind of like his, kryptonite, though, in a way.
No, but I remember a while back ago even... Well, first of all, there is some criticism that Jordan Peterson said about Richard Dawkins, so...
Oh, okay.
So
What did he say?
He did criticize it. He's like, you know, he would talk about the new atheist types, which is him, specifically him and Christopher Hitchens and Sam Harris and these people.
Okay.
And he'd be like, they're missing the point. You know, they're not taking the topic seriously. This isn't about whether it's a literal truth, and it's like, well, then you're talking about something else. You know?
Right. I've seen Jordan Peterson touch on religion a couple times, and it's like, it's weird coming from a guy that's like fact driven.
Mhm.
So then, like, him talking about
Well, he
it,
doesn't see it as a scientific book.
right? But like, I forgot which one it was. He claims that, like, used them back in the days, however they did.
Well, I think that's a good way to connect to, like, people that are actually atheists, because, you know, religion, you may or may not have a spiritual experience. But if you take a psychedelic, you'll have a fucking spiritual experience
No, you'll have an experience
on
period.
demand,
Yeah.
no matter whether or not you changed your mind halfway through, you know?
Right. And what it's weird, like, it's weird because in a psychedelic experience, there's no way to prove it. There's no way to, like, describe it. There's no way to, like only you could feel it.
In the psychedelic experience?
Right.
Or just any spiritual experience?
I mean, just primarily your experience with it.
Right, it's your experience. Right.
So it's always gonna be like it's like a double-edged sword in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, like, only you, and then again, you couldn't, depending on how you even, like, try to describe it, you might describe it wrong. You might not even remember what happened. Like, there's just so many, like, I don't know. It's a weird. It's weird how even someone
They're not understood, those experiences.
Exactly. Best put it like that. Like, it's hard to even describe it because you don't even know what the fuck it is. Like,
No.
but people claim to use it as a way to, I don't know, maybe talk to a god. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what people did back in the days, but I know they did use it.
Man, they still use it. Promise.
But what did people mostly use it for back then?
For shamanistic reasons. They didn't... Anybody that incorporated that as a part of a religious... See, the reason it's a religious thing is because it's not like other things that people use to get fucked up. You know, you don't really use it to get fucked up. You use it to have a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
And it means that you're literally gonna, you know, experience something that's very unusual. It's not a sensation. It's not just a physical thing where you feel a little retarded or you're drunk. Not even close.
It's look at that. It's just hard to describe.
And
Like,
it's life-changing.
I bet.
And so think about how, like, have you ever been drunk and be like, bruh, that beer changed my life? Like, how many times has that happened? I mean, maybe if you got into a fucking car accident, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But never,
Sadly,
never
don't drink and drive.
Never due to just the beer itself, you know. But I think, in all fairness, I should try to be like,
yeah, but
understanding of Peterson's position towards religion.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to say anything before we get in there?
No. What was the take? I'm listening.
Jordan Peterson, man, he's very influenced by Carl Jung, you know. The analytical psychologist, student of Freud.
Is this a guy that he usually talks about?
Oh yeah, he's read a lot of the books from his collected works, you know. And the thing about Carl Jung is the way he sees the world is so fucking odd to anyone, and it's very difficult to explain it. Like, for example, the concept of archetypes, right?
Okay.
What is an archetype? You know, an archetype is sort of the ideas or the memories that are stored in the unconscious of a person, right?
That's what an archetype?
And they have it. That would be an individual archetype.
Oh, okay.
Now, a collective, the archetype, the collective unconscious, the archetypes of the collective unconscious.
Okay.
Now, that's the archetypes that humanity has in general, right? These are ideas, memories that we have in our unconscious that are basically, to one degree or another, universal. That they're a part of what makes us ourselves psychologically, right?
Okay.
And when he talks about the Bible and his psychology of the Bible or whatever, he's talking about this as though we're talking about the collective stories, the Bible, the stories in the Bible, that they represent, you know, the tracks of the collective unconscious of humanity.
Okay.
Being written down and passed through generation, that he thinks for one reason or another that, you know, these texts, for a text to be that important to people, that they write it down and keep it around for that many thousands of years.
Yeah, it must be like
that there's something. Yeah, that there has to be some universal value to this for it to be preserved that long and to have such an impact on humanity.
That's not a bad point, I guess.
And so he tries to use sort of a psychoanalytic approach to look at the stories in the Bible, not superficially or like literally the way that you might see done in a lot of churches, but looking at it in terms of like, what does this tell you about like humanity, about everything, you know?
Like, what's the bigger message to it?
Yeah, that sort of stuff, you know? And so that's where he goes into it. And from that perspective. But it's hard at the same time. I've got to criticize the guy a bit because he does fail to answer some questions that he shouldn't have to fail in answering.
Like what?
You know, like, do you believe in God?
Oh, man.
Right, like giving a sufficient answer to that question.
It's not just yes or no.
Right.
What is it?
Because if you talk about God consistently, and then when somebody asks you what is God, then you come up with the answer. I mean, not what is God. When somebody asks you, do you believe in God? Your answer is, well, what do you mean by God? Well, it's like, well, you mention God all the time. It's like, if you're mentioning him, then you must have some idea of what you're talking about, unless you don't know what you're talking about. So you should be able to answer this. You should be able to have some consistency here, right? And you can't say that a thought is so I mean, there's quantum physics that people like boil down
are able to like say
into abstracts for scientific studies that are like only a few sentences long.
Damn.
Right?
That seems hard.
If quantum fucking physics can be boiled down to that degree, then don't tell me you're dealing with ideas more complex than that. Don't tell me that. That's I have no reason to believe you for that.
You think he's just talking shit at that point?
And people should be skeptical of you for that.
What's his answer when he just said it though?
When he's asked what?
Do you believe in God?
He says it's a complicated question, and what is God? And he sort of scrambles all over the fucking place.
Just rants?
And he doesn't just rant. I mean, he's
a smart dude.
He gives a sort of answer that leaves you sort of wanting to probe him a little bit more to see what the fuck, you know, to what degree is he actually being consistent here with his beliefs. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but it's a different thing when you can't answer, you know, whether or not you think that the shit that happened, the stories in the Bible, do you think this actually happened? If you can't answer whether or not you believe that something happened, I mean, and you say that it's because it's not literally, well, if it's not a scientific book, then it's not, well, if it's not a scientific book, okay, well then, where are you, see, this is a thing where you fail to establish the boundaries of what you're saying so that it can be ambiguous and interpreted in a bunch of different ways, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't really leave anyone with a clear depiction of what it is that you actually fucking mean, right? And that's where I understand where Sam Harris is coming from with Jordan Peterson, and to a degree where Richard Dawkins is coming from, although I think Richard Dawkins, went a little bit too hard after him. But anyways, I don't know, man. What do you think about Peterson's bullshit with the, not necessarily bullshit. He makes some very good points, actually. He's opened me up. He's made me more open-minded about religion, much more than I was before, when I was very closed-minded. Not about religion in terms of like being a believer, but just in terms of like understanding it, like understanding it beyond a superficial level or like a religious level, where people just like seeing why this shit is so influential to people, why it's had the impact that it has,
I feel like we, at some part, it's like, how will we ever know what it really is? Like where it really stems from, what really is the reasoning someone even wrote the Bible. Like,
it is a mindfuck.
Like, we'll never really know. That's what always, like, I could never be the guy to just pretend and be like, yeah, this is it. The only thing we could say is that it did. People have been following it for however many years, which is, I guess, a good thing. We could probably guess on that. Like, if something is that preserved and taken, like it's been for generations, there has to be something.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to judge because, like, if I were to say, for example, like, oh, this is, religion took us from A to B, took society from A to B to where we are now, right? Mm-hmm. And it gave us enough structure to be able to manage that, as opposed to just being some fucking dude sniffing our asses in caves, right?
Right. It's like
But if you compare that to, like, what alternative, right?
Like an alternative to religion?
Like, what other
thing could have been the pushing the factor that made people...
what other sorts of knowledge, information,
That is a good question.
Spiritual beliefs would you be comparing it to? Would you be comparing it to the absence of any information? Because that doesn't exist, right? So that would be impossible.
That's a good question, actually.
I
don't know. Maybe, like... I don't know, dude, to be honest. I'd have to really know my history.
No, man, I'm telling you, it's complicated,
First of all, you'd have to stem from, like, I don't know, when even civilization started, I guess.
Yeah, which is a rough one to estimate at that, because
like, yeah,
even as hunter-gatherers, like, okay, how long ago was that, and how do we know that,
that's the actual truth.
It's hard to judge.
That's the number one thing. Like, how do you for sure know? Like,
the people that are, gathering that information to tell us about our history, it's like archaeologists, historians. This is not like quantum physics.
Right.
There's no formula to be like, bro, it's empirical 100%.
2 + 2 is 4.
There's no way to doubt it.
Right.
This is just how it is, bro. The evidence is too clear. It's undeniable at this point. Come on.
Yeah, this is just some shit that's just happened so long ago that, like... That's the thing about history, though. You think by the time that we keep, like, this is like year 3000, like, I mean, nowadays we got so many things that preserve history, like fucking laptops, information, internet. Like, there's so many things that would...
All you need is, like, the Google factory to burn down. And
just burn Google, burn that shit down, and
that'd be like the library.
That would be a start, though.
That would be like the Library of Alexandria getting burned down.
How do you even shut down the internet? Imagine shutting down the internet.
You got to go after those fucking telescopes.
That would be the worst.
I mean, not telescopes, fucking the...
Yo, that would be the worst thing.
The satellites. Jesus.
That would be the worst thing on Earth, bro.
That would be horrific.
Like, if the internet got shut down. You remember those days where those fuckers were trying to ban the internet? Or, like...
Who the fuck was that?
Like, strict it? The FCC?
Oh, fuck those guys.
You don't remember that? That they were even making memes about them? Bro, they were trying to like have it on some like.
Oh, you mean the net neutrality shit?
Yeah,
That's what
net
you mean?
neutrality. Yeah, that's the term. There you go. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little scared, dog. I was about to be tight, bro. I knew they weren't gonna win that case or whatever, cause bro. Like,
Yeah.
but from what I remember, more so or more or less, it was like pretty much the cable companies. You would have to pay a certain amount to get more like I don't know what that's called, like data.
Yeah.
In order to like be on the internet for longer periods of times, it would have been on some shit like that, or you could only be at a certain amount of time on the internet. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. Like
The internet would be very like elitist in a way at that point, you know, and
yeah, the rich would have all the access, obviously.
But I don't think that would be even good for definitely not good for the economy. Like, can you imagine if, like, for example, like some poor people, they get out of their fucking neighborhoods that they end up actually becoming engineers or this or that. Like, if they didn't have access to this shit
Everything's crashing.
that they learned, so that they ended up having that, like, being able to do that.
Not even, bro. You know how much hustlers and fucking entrepreneurs and people who just learn things are born from just using the internet?
You know how many YouTubers we wouldn't have right now?
There you go. Now we're potting. Dude,
We'd be missing out, bro.
Dude, I'd be lonely. You know, all I watch is YouTube.
There'd be no feet pics on the internet. What would Ben Shapiro beat off to?
There would be no Lil B.
That is sad. That is.
We wouldn't even be able to hear music. Unless you have that shit like saved in a fucking computer or like, but now everything is like streaming. Dude, I gotta ask you, what do you think? What's your take on like about rap lyrics being used in court? I do not rock with it, bro, at all. I don't fuck with that shit. I think it's fucked up.
I think if you snitch on yourself on a track, you fucked up.
Yeah, but...
And if there's any way that they can, you know, use what you have in order to prove evidence, their job is to find the evidence and to convince the jury no matter what, as long as it's legal.
I get it. I get your point.
So it's like, bro, if you're stupid enough to snitch on yourself, you deserve to go to jail.
Obviously.
I don't give a fuck what your excuse is.
Obviously, if I kill Joe Schmo and I get on the track and
no matter what it is, bro, if you fucked up, there has to be a penalty for being that stupid. I'm sorry, brother. It just does.
Yeah, but...
That's stupid. That's fucking retarded.
But that's like saying... And I hate to use this cliche argument.
Yeah.
But it's like portraying an actor or some shit and using whatever they did.
Yeah, you can.
And to say the least, that fucking hip hop is the primarily
right.
the biggest genre now. So it's like that's what they've always used hip hop lyrics.
There's a difference though. There's a significant difference, right?
There's other
because rappers write their own lyrics, right?
Okay, true. I mean,
unless you're Drake.
No, there's a lot of rappers that don't. But whatever, keep on.
But being that this is often the case, and if you can demonstrate that somebody does write it, if they're like, this is my material, this and that, you know, nobody wrote this.
You could lie about that.
Right. Well, you could lie about that, but some of them actually don't. That's fucking embarrassing. Yeah. You can go and look at their album shit.
Yeah, the credits and shit. Yeah, we know that, yeah.
So, you know, if you can do that, and then you can find actual clues that'll actually help solve a fucking crime.
I get it.
I'm like, bro, how? This is 100% what the guy from the Boondocks was talking about when he showed rappers snitching on themselves.
Listen, I get it. There's a whole song that MF Doom made that's called Rap Snitch Knishes, and it's literally about people just rapping.
Well, they do. They snitch on themselves.
I know that. I listen to hip hop.
Young Thug got denied bond, right? I'm not saying that has anything to do with that. I'm not saying he snitched on himself.
Yeah, okay. But we'll use him as an example because he's in jail right now. Sadly.
But he's dealing with that type of shit right now. You know, this is a thing. Like, and I agree. I forgot what his name was. The rapper that as soon as what's his name?
Gunna?
No. That as soon as Young Dolph. When Young Dolph died, right? There was another MC that he got accused of saying shit about D Wade's son. Boozy, right? Yeah.
Boozy badass, man. How could you forget?
Yeah, Boozy. So Boozy was all right. So he was in an interview, right?
Okay.
DJ Vlad shit, and he was talking about Young Dolph. He's like, you know, I knew that shit was gonna happen if you go back to your own city. Like, why would you go? You can't go back to your own city if
he's always preached that.
You know, and he's not wrong.
He's 100%.
He's not wrong. Like, if you're nostalgic for the place where you saw like half of your friends die, by a bullet, like. listen, man, more power to you, bro, because you're gonna need it.
Listen, if
You know?
it's a tough one because obviously we could say that.
Should have done what Chief Keef did.
What did Chief
Take the family and get the fuck out of Chicago.
Bro, you know, if he steps in Chicago right now, he'll get arrested immediately, right? He's not allowed. I forgot what the term.
Bro, that has not stopped other rappers from doing all types of shit that they're not allowed to do, like carrying a fucking...
No, but he has like a warrant in Chicago. So like as soon as he steps in, like he's arrested. Like I forgot for what it was or whatever.
Point still stands, bro. He shouldn't go back to Chicago.
Listen, obviously if you do a crime, I don't think you should be blatantly just fucking rapping it on a track. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that does kill the expression in music a bit. Like if I said some shit, I don't know, Bob Marley says he shot the sheriff. And I know that's a wild example.
Is there a crime that's been committed, though?
So you could just say that? So like,
yeah, you can.
So, but like if so you, how do I, let me see.
If you're like, I shot the sheriff.
How do I phrase this?
And I'm hanging out at the street that I shot the sheriff, and I put the name of the street, and I put the name of the guy that was with me when we shot him, and I put the name of the gun, and I put the amount of bullets that I put in the guy's fucking head.
I don't think rappers go that deep.
No, they do. They do. This is an issue. What was the name of this rapper? He got released recently.
Listen, I know some of the lyrics.
No. These are a lot of the lyrics. I'm telling you, this was really used in court, and it was really helpful, actually. This is amazing. Like, he listed everyone. Like, bro, I'm telling, like...
I mean, this... What are you talking about, Bobby?
Yeah.
I know. He said all the people in the track.
Ridiculous.
Even, I don't know, man. I'm not with, like, lyrics in court, though. I don't know. I don't feel that's right, though.
What's wrong with it?
It's music.
So? It's murder. They could be like that. Like, what if the mom shows up? It's murder. I don't give a fuck about your lyrics.
No, I'm not saying. Listen, if you commit a crime, catch you, you should do the time.
No, I'm saying
it is what it is. Yeah. That's the game. You do the crime, you do the time. I get it.
You can still do it.
I'm just saying, don't use the lyrics like in the court and as like a thing to make it. Like if you got the evidence, then just use the evidence. But to use the lyrics, it's like
sometimes that helps find the evidence. That's the issue. It's happened.
And I'm okay with that. They could, as long as they use the evidence as the evidence, but to use the lyrics as evidence, that's the issue I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, man. You want to know who...
You can't use the lyrics as evidence.
You know who never got caught up in a murder charge or a RICO case or any of that shit? Big L. And nobody has claimed to kill more people than Big L. If you listen to his raps...
Big L was in the fucking 90s, bro. They weren't even like...
Did murder not happen in the 90s?
No, I'm not saying that, but... I don't know. I feel like that's now... I feel like the case with Thug... just since we're talking about lyric shit.
Thug shit is a whole different thing.
But let me, cause they're using Thug's lyrics to say that YSL is a gang. Now things like that is the issue. I don't care. Like if you use the lyrics and they actually killed somebody, I get it. Like you literally said it on a track, you're dumb. Like whatever.
You're saying trying to speculate, make shit up.
There you go.
On the basis of the lyrics.
That's what I'm trying to say.
When the guy could have just been expressing himself without being literal about it.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Like in that sense, I don't feel like you should do that. Just because he says YSL gang, YSL's my gang. That's it. It's a gang now.
I mean, you got fucking.
Come on,
got fucking Twitch streamers that say gang, you know, like that.
And then like if let's say I come out with some shit back then, I used to rep too deep or whatever. And
Too Deep.
You remember when
Profound Gang.
Or was it Villain Gang?
Ruthless violence in Villain Gang.
We're thugging it, bro.
Fucking murdering
shit.
people and shit.
That's my point. Like if I said Villain Gang a million times on tracks, that's it. I'm a gang leader. I'm the leader of Villain Gang. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that's why I don't think they should be used in court. In that sense. To not speculate, don't be saying just because I said, oh, I'm Villain Gang, bro. Like I'll be like, yo, it's music. Like, come on. Just in that
But
sense.
don't be too specific about it either.
100%, yeah.
But don't be like Villain Gang, and I really mean that. And I die on that and say it's not a gang, and I'll kill you if you say it's not a gang.
Well,
it's a literal gang, like a street gang, like the type that murders people. We don't fuck around.
That's some wild shit.
Like we'll murder you if you say we in a gang. Like you see, at that point, it's like, well, you know, you're.
I feel you.
You're asking for something here, you know.
It's a tough
because it becomes very hard to deny it once you're, you know, that
it's
specific
definitely a tough line.
It.
But I think just my preference. I don't think they should be used in court. That's just me. If you got the evidence for it and you see that somebody did a crime, just use the
I'm not a
evidence.
judge, so I don't give a fuck. That's not my job, you
That's
know.
my take. That's
And if
my
you
take.
kill somebody, bro, run away. Good luck with that shit. I don't give a fuck either. I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I'm not dead. That's not my problem.
I make music. Well, we make music, so
We make music,
So
yeah.
You might say on a track that you fucking
No, I'm not gonna say I kill anyone.
you stabbed fucking who knows, Karl Marx.
Well, I might say that,
You can say
but
that.
that'd be hard to prove in court.
What happened if Karl Marx is yeah. What happened if his what do you call it? His great fucking kids that are in the future now.
Yeah,
Why don't they hear that?
I mean, there's so much intermingling there that they're only like 1/20th Jew.
Type shit.
You know,
You think there is like his actual
I wouldn't even know.
I mean, he didn't live that long ago though, right? How long ago was it?
It was in the 1800s.
Never mind. I mean, they got families that can still go in, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
How long have the Rockefellers been going?
A long time, yeah. Since
They fucked each other, right?
Since the very early 1900s.
They were on that weird king family
No, not that I know of.
shit. That wasn't them, right?
No.
Oh, okay, just making sure. They gave me that
No,
vibe.
they were just big oil.
That's what it was?
That's how they started, big oil.
Shit.
You know, I was trying to find some research into who Klaus Schwab was and his family's previous connections to the Nazi party and shit like that,
His family,
and like being contractors and shit like
they
that.
were Nazis?
No, I don't want to say that.
Oh, you're saying that people claim that.
Yeah, it's very difficult. This is a very
This
weird.
is ESG guy?
Yeah, well, he's not the ESG guy, but he's definitely a
World Economic
he's-
Forum guy?
Yeah.
He's that guy, yeah, okay.
But it's very difficult to figure out this guy's history.
There's no, like,
It's
info?
very hard. Yeah, I haven't seen, and there's so much speculation and shit going on, and there is some research showing the name of his granddaughter, of his father and his grandfather and shit like that, but it's unclear to me. I still have, granted, I only skimmed through some shit.
How old is he?
Well, he's very old now.
Oh, yeah?
He started the World Economic Forum in his 70s. But here's an interesting thing.
Jesus.
He did go to university, and his professor was one of his most memorable professor probably was Henry Kissinger, right?
Who's that?
And he was balls deep in the Bush administration. He's one of the most important people in foreign policy in the planet.
Okay.
And just seriously, when you're making those sorts of connections, and it's a weird guy, is what I can say. You know, to have Henry Kissinger as your mentor is like, first of all, that's like having Satan right next to you. You know what I mean? This is
That's what you see him
like
as?
fucking. This is a dude who's like, look,
Evil dude?
this is a dude who would look you in the face and look like, bitch, did you just say there weren't weapons of mass destruction? There were weapons of mass destruction. Fuck you talking about, bitch? Like, that guy's a psychopath.
Fucking...
These guys are psychopaths.
I mean...
Bill Clinton, that guy's a
the
fucking
elites
psychopath.
are just psychopaths, right?
Bill Clinton is definitely a psychopath.
You think so?
I don't wanna
All
hear it.
jokes aside.
All jokes aside, 100%, that guy's a fucking psychopath.
He's a coke, snorting,
that dude will look
hooker
you.
having.
That dude will look you in the fucking eye.
He's American to
Be
me.
like, I was in that private jet with Jeffrey Epstein 11 times,
It was definitely more than 11.
and I did nothing.
I did nothing. Hillary.
Did not inhale. Did not inhale. Who started that trend? Get the fuck.
Obama.
Go fuck your mother. You say Obama. Yeah. Did not inhale. Really?
That's the first time I heard him. I heard someone even refer to it as.
Yeah, because he had the balls to admit it. And the reason, it's not that he had the balls to admit it. It's that he wrote it.
frequently inhaled, or however he said it.
This is the issue. The issue is like, he wrote in his books, in his memoir, about
Nice.
how he frequently smoked
In
weed.
college days.
Yeah, so there
there's
was-
a whole Key and Peele skit about it. That shit's hilarious.
So it's like, how you gonna you can't deny it. You wrote it down. It's like that is self snitching right there. Damn, first black president self snitch. God damn.
Jordan Peele is like the skit is like him. He's like dressed as Obama with like a little fro.
Yeah.
And like he has like a whole. He starts rolling up a J, and he starts to explain how the J is like the Republican and Democratic Party. Like this is how we gotta get together, guy. Like he just got some crazy. Like this skit was hilarious, though. It was super
Oh,
spot
shit.
on. Jordan Peele is funny as fuck, dog. I fuck with Key and Peele. You fuck with them?
I love that show. Yeah.
Their skits are hilarious.
They had some wild shit going on. They had a what do you call it? This skit called the Das Negro, where they were these two black guys in Nazi Germany. And they were dressed up like they would have to like just fucking pour themselves with like some fucking white
paint
type shit to look white. And the fucking Nazis would knock on the door and like, we heard that there are some Negroes here. And they would have to pull it off and be like, nine, you know, like just fucking just faking it and shit. Like fucking shivering, bro, like terrified, like, oh shit, what if they find out?
Yeah, imagine being a fucking Jew back then like that.
That was terrifying, though.
You remember? Have you seen fucking Anne Frank the movie? All those?
Yeah, I have.
That's a classic. That's a certified school hood classic.
Yeah.
If you went to school, you seen that movie.
Yeah, they had to show it to you. Yeah.
Like, yo, I fucked with it. That movie was sad though.
They didn't show you much about the Soviet concentration camps, but that.
Yeah.
I'm glad they showed shit like that.
No, they showed some. Didn't they show like
I'm glad they showed shit about Anne Frank and the concentration camps.
Yeah, they did show that.
Because it really did happen. You know?
Damn, she made it out, right?
No, she died.
She didn't. She died in the concentration camp?
She died there. Yo, did you fall asleep halfway through the fucking movie, you fucking stoner?
Really? She didn't make it out? She died there?
She died, dude. Her dad was the one that published her diary.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, dog. I really thought she made it out. Wow. Damn.
Shout out Anne Frank, dog.
Shout out Anne Frank, man. Rest in peace. Fucking, damn, I had a cool topic that I wanted to talk about. Fuck. Did we talk about, Guns Canada?
Man, let's talk about Guns Canada, because you know who had the best gun control measure ever?
Who?
Was Chris Rock.
What did he say?
Chris Rock. He was like,
let Chris Rock be president.
You know what you gotta do if you want to stop all those shootings in the hood?
What did he say?
You gotta make one bullet cost $1 million. Because that motherfucker will be thinking about it. He's like, I'm
such a funny take.
He went up, he's like, motherfucker, I will shoot you as soon as I get a job.
Yeah, Chris Rock is hilarious, dog. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I was dead.
That's a funny take.
I couldn't breathe, bro. His delivery was a million times better than anything I could say. You know, my
Chris Rock is dope, dude. I love fucking Everybody Hates Chris. That show is golden. Bro.
I used to watch that shit religiously.
Same here.
I loved it, bro. Loved it, especially the shit with like his pops.
Yo, everything.
His pops, is that half a penny of sugar?
Extremely.
Are you wasting that?
Show, bro.
Amazing, bro.
Dude, I gotta show you the "What Is a Woman" clip. It's a quick clip I had liked on Twitter.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get over it, right? You know about Dr. Umar? This is a funny ass.
How could I forget?
Look what they caught him doing at the mall. The tweet was Dr. Umar was at the Cherry Hill Mall. Bull wasn't low. And
he's flirting with a white woman.
Now everybody on Twitter's like, yo, he got some explaining to do.
He's fake as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But this is the actual "What Is a Woman" clip. Check this out.
No, your male gametes. That's what makes me male. No, your sperm don't make you male. Then what does? It's a constellation. In reality, in truth, okay? Whose truth are we talking about? The same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I. No, you're not listening.
No.
If I see a chicken laying eggs and I say that's a female chicken laying eggs, did I assign female, or am I just observing a physical reality that's happening in the world? Does a chicken have gender identity? Does a chicken cry? Well, does a chicken commit suicide? Let's frame it, because you're trying to...
What the fuck?
A chicken has an assigned gender, but a chicken doesn't have a gender identity. So we assign female to chickens when they lay eggs? We assume they're female if they lay eggs. Male...
That bitch is full crazy. She sounds like a fucking, like she's in a cult. Like she's been hypnotized by a cult leader.
You're not listening.
Did you see how calm she is about being retarded?
About her answers? Yo, that is very...
This bitch started asking whether chickens commit suicide. Like, bitch, if you're going down that line of thinking.
Oh my God, dog.
I feel like she fucked up saying that, you know, you can't be that unintentionally funny and win an argument, you know?
But yeah, that's "What Is a Woman," guys.
I love when she said, whose truth? Whose truth?
Like if the chicken, oh my God.
As though there are various truths out there that everyone just assigns to the world. This is the postmodern bullshit that Peterson was on about.
My God, I couldn't believe it. And I know this is like a very conservative video leaning. The guy's a conservative.
Listen, bro,
but
I'm more concerned about how, like, you know, to the left she is.
That lady is extremely old, bro.
Yeah.
And not let me rephrase. She's not that old, but she's old. I meant to say it in the sense is like.
You mean old to be believing that sort of ideology?
Yeah.
Because it's more modern type
Yeah.
shit?
So then when
that's the fucked up part, is that it's not that modern. That's the scary part. It was made a while back. Like, she's more than old enough to have been in a university when this
that had
stuff
happened. Yeah.
When she started studying this type of shit, you know.
But I feel like, damn, like, yo, she is lost, bro.
Listen, bro, there's a thing where, like, who's more motivated to make arguments about why they are something they aren't?
But
like, if you were, you know, if you're someone who struggles with, if you're someone who was born a man and you wish you were a woman,
right?
Like me, I'm just kidding, not really, but
no, like me,
you never know.
Yeah.
But if you were born feeling like you were in the wrong sex, right?
Right. Okay. That's a tricky one. Here we go.
You would have a lot more motivation to convince yourself and everyone else that you're actually of the opposite sex.
You think that's people's mindset when they feel like that?
Well, I think it's a lot of the appeal for so many of the gender theory people that go so, like, there's such a rage.
They're drowned in it. Like,
there's such a rage with them for anything that, you know, tries.
As soon as anybody tries to even question it.
Yeah, that tries to defy, you know, that sort of
logic.
Right. There's an issue, like, these people they can't come to terms with the fact that, like, listen, in reproduction, right, in human reproduction,
I know this already. You ain't
it's
gotta tell
only you know, someone who has male chromosomes and someone who has female chromosomes that's going to be able to reproduce. You're not gonna fuck a dude in the ass and get him pregnant. That's just not gonna happen.
It's just, I don't know. That's just a weird. People that think like that is a little scary.
Well, they're training themselves to be mentally ill.
No, that's the first step, I'll say.
I mean, that's one of the things I first noticed when I looked at critical theory. It's the opposite of cognitive behavioral theory.
Like, that's not even thinking. You're not even thinking. You're just saying shit.
Right, and if you're looking around your environment, you're programming yourself to constantly be criticizing it and looking for the negative in it, to the point where you're inventing it, making it up, abstracting from the world in a way that's, you know, fictional.
It's funny, but it's sad.
It's pretty damn sad. There's a lot of mental illness. This next generation is gonna have it way worse.
Tougher.
I mean, this generation, the ones that were in they spent kindergarten through a fucking Zoom meeting, you know? Those...
Yeah, dude. I think so, too.
The ones that think George Floyd was a scientist and fucking...
Who says that?
I don't know, some bullshit kindergarten teacher.
I'm like, wait, what?
I don't fucking know.
That was just funny. Rest in peace, George Floyd, man.
Never met the guy.
You can still say rest in peace.
Listen, bro, he can rest in peace.
There we go. That's it. Anybody that you could say rest in peace Hitler, right?
Rest in peace. I didn't say Hitler, but
I'm joking. Fuck Hitler. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you the what is a woman. It's just like, once again, it's just it's just sad, bro. I don't even know what to even say to that.
There's not much to say. This is a mass hallucination.
Yeah.
This is why, in part, I sort of agree with Terrence McKenna more every single day when he talked about how culture was your operating system and how when it's applied societally to, like, the culture of a society, it's a mass hallucination.
Yeah.
Right. This is really what we're dealing with. We are dealing with a mass hallucination because we've convinced ourselves to see shit that is not there.
100%.
And it's so abstract that you can think it's there because it's not. We're not describing something that you can just see. We're describing something that's societal. So you would need to be some sort of fucking statistician or some professional researcher to really figure out that it's bullshit. And so it's very easy to think that something is going on because it's so abstract. It's such bullshit, you know?
My question, dude, I've been watching libs of TikTok.
Oh, who can resist?
Yeah, it is. I follow it now.
Have you seen the groomers? Have you met them?
Now I fully understand everything about grooming and what they've been doing. The videos of teachers
You poor fuck.
claiming that like if your parents don't accept you, I will. Like, just weird.
Or like, you should get into drag.
Bro, they have drag queens like
Why shouldn't you be a 4-year-old drag queen?
and pep rallies. They bring in drag queens.
Why
in
shouldn't you
here.
be stripping for adults who give you money?
It's to say a little. It's just very eye opening, to say the least. And just I've been watching, like, another thing is they need the gay pride flag up everywhere in school. They need it up in their classroom. I've been seeing that shit everywhere. I seen like some shit in kindergarten where like it was a guy holding another guy, I think, and he had like a pregnant baby for him.
Mm-hmm.
And just weird.
Like Lil Uzi Vert was trolling. I mean, not Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Nas X. All the motherfuckers are the same shit to me.
Like
I'm
Lil
sorry.
Nas X, like how he had the fake stomach shit or whatever.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Like apparently they were passing that out like as like a
That was his album he was giving birth to.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. That is what he said.
Yeah.
I fuck with Lil Nas X is one of the greatest trolls.
He's not trolling.
No, I'm about being gay. Yes, you're saying?
He's not trolling about
I don't
that
think
shit.
I'm just saying in general though, not about being gay. I know he's, and even then he could be trolling about being gay. Who knows? This guy is just. I feel like he's.
I don't feel like anyone would do that.
Take it that far, per se.
Nah, you gotta have like some histrionic personality disorder type shit going on. Like
You don't think someone could be doing it strictly just for financial gains?
to that level?
Point?
To that level?
Like he's like on some like let's say he's the 6ix9ine
I don't
of
think
just
so,
being gay.
because like you'll be miserable enough soon.
Eventually, you think it'll
With
hit you?
that, yeah. This is the thing is people.
You can't
I
force.
see so many people that like really believe that.
What is that called?
What?
Like, what would that be considered? Like, let's say he's like forcing himself to act, not to act gay, but he's pretending to be gay for like financial gains. What would that be considered? Is that like a disorder?
I mean, if it's for financial gain, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a disorder. I just think it's a stretch. I mean, God.
Not even financial gains. I mean, like, it's a strategy to get more, let's say, like, more fans.
Attention?
Yeah, attention. Perfect.
If it's just for attention, then yeah, why wouldn't it be histrionic?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're willing to like put yourself in a position where
You're not being yourself to gain attention?
you're not being yourself, and oftentimes people are gonna feel humiliated when they come. This is why a lot of people don't want to come out.
Yeah, period.
You know, because they feel like there's a sort of like a stigma
yeah.
of humiliation to it and shit like
100%,
that.
yeah.
And so since that's the case, well then they fucking, if you make yourself feel that way because the public starts treating you a certain way, well then you're gonna feel that, right? And if that's not who you are and your whole life is based on a fucking lie, that shit'll fuck with you, dude. That shit'll eat you the fuck up.
You think so?
Living a lie to that degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like really...
Psychologically?
Unless you're like a sociopath or
In that sense, that would have to be the only way, right?
or completely narcissistic to the point that you think that you're so awesome that even when you lie, you're telling the truth, you know?
Dude, I met some chick not so long ago that, like...
She was like that?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, shit.
Like, I really...
Stay the fuck away from that one.
Let me tell you right now, I chilled with her for one day, and I never chilled with her again.
She was that narcissistic?
Yeah, bro. But let me tell you something. I don't even want to go there.
Or was that just like a front?
That was the hardest part because I talked to her for more than one day. So, like, you know when you meet somebody, you try to, like...
She might have been tense and she didn't know if she was...
You know when you meet somebody and you feel like... I feel like when you meet somebody, you try to get a grip of them. You know what I mean? You try to, like...
try to understand them.
Try to understand them. It's just like I guess it's like a human thing. It's just what we do. So that was my whole take in the beginning when I met this chick. And, like... eventually she did tell me she's medicated. Like...
Did she tell you what for?
Yeah, she takes Klonopin pills. Or
Klonopin?
Klonopin, my fault. I don't know about pills, my bad, yeah.
So, like, she has, like, anxiety or seizures?
She said she gets...
Panic attacks?
Panic attacks. There you go. That's what she
Okay.
gets. So I think she might have said something about panic attack disorder, or like something along the lines where
Yeah, that makes sense.
where she has
Yeah.
to take these Klonopins.
And she's young, so they won't give her Xanax.
Yeah, she's young. She's like, yeah,
She's under 40. They probably
100%,
won't give her Xanax.
And then like, so then once I figured that out, I'm like, so is this chick just like this because she's on what's?
She may be nervous, and that may be like her way of defending herself when she's.
No, but she was extremely like, in my eyes, it was hard to even tell like if she like, not to say so much, but it was hard to like I said, I couldn't get a grip on her. Like I couldn't really.
You couldn't understand who this person really was.
Yeah, bro. Like that was my main issue with the girl.
Well, it's hard to understand someone in a day.
But even after,
Or even make up whether they're being a genuine person in a day. You know?
and that was my main problem. I didn't know if she was being genuine. There you go.
Listen, man, at least you know that you don't know. You know, some motherfuckers buy it
Nah, she
incorrectly.
And I would test her and I'll ask her certain things and like see how she responds, or like just little things I'll pick up on, and then like I really thought she was narcissistic. I even told her, I'm like, yo, you're narcissistic. Like, do you not caring about anything?
Oh man, how was? Is that?
She wouldn't care about these like questions I'm asking. That's my point. Like,
She would just ignore the shit you say, like.
and she would rant for like a minute.
Oh shit.
She was cool nonetheless. Like I got nothing against her, but she was just not for me.
Yeah, I've dealt with some chicks that I remember. One time I was hanging out with these two chicks, right, and not like on some swagger shit. You know what I mean? They were just.
You're just saying with the girl.
Yeah, they were just my friends, right? So, and
Some swagger
one of them was, you know, a friend of mine was there, right?
Gotcha.
And this guy was talking to this fucking chick, and you know, he just started fucking making out with her and
Jesus,
shit, right?
What a monster.
By the way, she was like engaged with a guy with the dude she's been dating for like 8 years and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Right? And that's when I like lost all faith.
And women, right?
I'm like, bruh, get the fuck out of my fucking. I gotta be like when I'm 40 and some shit, and all that, you know, Pimp C and Jay-Z shit runs out, and then I'll settle, you know.
Damn, dude.
But right now I just don't have the mindset necessary to be able to, you know. But anyways, what happened was he made out with her and shit, and then she goes back, like, you know, she starts talking to, you know, the other girl, and she starts talking to me and her to get, and when we're talking, she's sort of like talking about how guilty she feels and how it just happened.
Oh wow.
And like I'm like, on the one side I'm thinking like,
damn, she must be genuine nice.
I'm thinking like, man, fuck this bitch, right?
That's what I would have been.
And then on the other side, I'm thinking like, she's still my friend though. Like what would I tell any friend if they just did some shit like that? And I'd be like, and this is this is how I would have answered, you know, back in the day, the type of shit that I would have said. And it is what I said. It's, don't tell them.
I mean, that might be the best.
Don't fucking tell them.
Best possible thing.
But there's two types of people. There's people that can handle that, and then there's people that shit just eats you inside. Like the person you love the most.
Bottled up for your whole life, and you just eventually will fucking break into.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. There's some people that handle it differently. There's some people that as soon as they start like taking someone seriously, they gotta start fucking other people because they want to beat them to it. But you can't hurt me. Nah, bitch.
It's probably best she doesn't tell me.
I got backup.
If you said they were dating or they were engaged for that long, yeah, man. It's better.
It was a spur of the moment, bro. She just, that guy hit the right buttons.
Her not telling him that is first.
I don't know if she told him or not, but.
Oh man. You don't?
But I told her not to.
Hey. Listen, I think that might. I mean, what are you gonna get out of you telling him? He's gonna, first of all, he's gonna dump you. You guys are gonna end a relationship that's been going for that long.
I'll tell you a worse one.
What?
I'll tell you a worse one. This one's way worse.
What? Go ahead.
So there's this chick that's been.
Oh wait, another story? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, I'm all
No, this is a different girl. This is a college story.
Gotcha.
And there was a friend of mine. She was like, she was a model, by the way. She was fucking modeling, like
all right.
like every other girl who's either a stripper or some shit.
Gotcha.
You know, you gotta
she was
pay
bad?
for it. When I saw the modeling pics, I mean, she had a great body.
Right. All right. So the body was banging her.
Body was fucking amazing.
What'd you rate her? Be real.
just based on the body, like, bro.
Just everything, the whole package. What are you rating?
I mean, I gotta give it a 9 at least.
Oh, okay.
At
Oh,
least.
this girl's bad then. All right.
Yeah. So anyway,
A 9 is good. Okay.
anyways, so she had this guy that was her boyfriend, right? And they're just, you know, they've been dating for 5 fucking years, dude. Now here's the crazy part. She hasn't let him fuck. He hasn't fucked her.
Get out of here, bro.
No, I'm not making this up. He hasn't. Dude, I'm 100% serious here. He hasn't fucked her.
In 5
I
years?
know. It sounds like bullshit. I'm like, how the fuck, bro? These are like, this is a grown ass woman, a grown ass man.
What's wrong with that?
Like,
nigga?
what the fuck is going on? And why is this loser sticking around?
Yeah.
For 5 years, not getting any pussy, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's been a month at least, and for me, a month is, you know, I'm like.
Were you? Did you know the guy, the gentleman?
No, I never met him.
Oh, so you just knew the female?
I just knew her.
Oh, Lord.
But like other people that were friends with me knew who this guy was, and
knew about the situation.
and they knew it was legit.
Oh my God.
Anyways, this one guy that I was a friend of.
Okay.
He ends up just meeting her, and he starts spitting mad fucking game.
Rocks her fucking world.
My dude, she breaks up with the guy after fucking him a couple of times, and that's it.
And
I
she
lost.
fucks the new guy
She fucks the new guy.
and breaks up with homie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And guess
Ladies and gentlemen.
and here's the crazier part. The new guy fucking cheats on her. She finds out, and she forgives him.
Hey, we need. If we had a soundboard.
No, that's not. Don't give the guy credit.
Why?
Because he doesn't deserve it. That was always a hoe on the inside. All he did was figure it out.
And that's why we clapping him up.
Why should we clap
Fuck
that up?
that bitch. Well,
No, fuck that bitch, but don't applaud him. He didn't do shit. The job was already done.
he got the cheeks clapped, then cheated, and she still forgave him. Damn, that's swag to me, dog.
I feel like she just didn't have any options left. Like she already took that other
fuck.
guy out of the equation.
You know what?
You know?
It was probably best for homie, dog.
But I feel like if you date a woman for 5 years and first of all, you date a
First
woman.
of all, that is screaming out cuck behavior.
100%.
Like, I don't care what you
and
think.
that's like, dog, you think she didn't fuck anyone for 5 years?
For real?
Number one. Number two, all right, let's say magically she didn't fuck anyone for 5 years, right? Which is weird as fuck.
Kanye shrug. Yeah.
Especially at that age. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, all right.
And
That's
being
a neck scratch
and looking
right
that good.
That's a neck scratch.
And looking
like.
that as good as she did.
Oh my God.
That's too weird, right?
Poor guy, dog.
So
He must have been like some virgin. Or
I'm thinking to myself, like, number one, do you think she respects you?
100% she doesn't.
You think she respects you, bro? Like you've been with this woman and you've tolerated like not having any, like, bro, this is not 1919.
What? Not even like.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
I can't fathom that though.
Actually, even in 1919, I mean, people was fucking all over the place. You know,
weren't they fucking the most during like the fucking 40s, 50s? I forgot. I don't know.
After the war was the baby boomers.
That could be a.
But there was people stayed in their marriages back then. You know what I mean?
Got you. But
For the most part.
dude, I felt bad for that guy, bro. He was getting played.
Nah, man, I feel like you played yourself. I'm sorry, bro.
First of all, you wasted 5 years of your life
You
not getting any vagina. That is sad, bro. And even if you didn't get any vagina, at least the attempt of trying feels way much better.
I've seen a lot of people cheat.
What is your? Give me your take on cheating. It's been a thing. It's been a phenomenon since.
It's a hard thing.
Year what?
It's a hard thing for me to wrap my head around, like how I should approach it.
Have you ever cheated? Let's keep it a buck.
No,
Never.
I've never cheated. Well, I mean, no, I've never cheated.
Never.
No.
All right, you're being honest.
Yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah,
Okay.
I am. Now, have I ever been cheated on?
That's a different question.
No,
It's different.
that I know of.
Obvious. Yeah.
That I know. I can't follow this
Obviously, yeah.
bitch 24/7. So that's some people struggle with that, man.
I've definitely.
This is why people keep tabs on each other. What are you doing? That's not an innocent text.
Keep their location together.
Yeah.
They're watching their location.
No, that's weird.
That what? People do that.
I know people that have done that, but that's weird, bro.
I'm not into that. I'm not into.
I'm into trust and at least trying to preserve that and giving each other reasons to trust each other.
100%.
You know, but that's easier said than done, right?
And even then, they'll still cheat on you.
Easier said than done.
Even then, they'll still fucking cheating behind you by your back.
I've never found out.
Do you respect a good cheater though?
What the fuck is a good cheater?
Someone that really hides it well.
What is there to respect about it?
Well, respect's probably the wrong word, but do you at least
Do you feel that it's a talent, you mean, or some shit like that? Like, is it an ability? I have a very particular set of skills.
No, but there are messy cheaters, and there are very.
That's true.
There are very fucking. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Sherlock Holmes cheaters, but that's a bad analogy.
No, I mean,
like someone that's just very organized with it. You know what I mean? Like very.
People are very good at cheating.
Top stealth. Snake. Fucking.
I feel like I feel like it's hard for me to make a judgment nowadays because you know the institution of marriage is so destroyed. That
divorce rate
and cheating and infidelity is so promoted, you know, in culture generally that it's seen almost as like a good thing.
That's our swag,
you know, and it's seen as normal. If you put on a regular movie nowadays, it's like the cheating is just part of the way that it goes. You know, somebody got cheated on, it happens. You know, that's normal. And move on. I've seen movies where like the fucking guy is apologizing to the chick after she cheated on fucking him. I'm like, bro, are we trying to cuck people up even more in this life? Do you not have any? First of all, if you're listening to this, you're a man, woman, have some fucking self-respect.
Number one thing.
Have some fucking self-respect. Don't worry about whether they respect you. Do you fucking respect yourself? Well, you do what makes you respect yourself and see how much people respect you.
Damn.
Because if you worry about the other person's respect, bro, and the other thing that happens, people go through breakups and they're fucking dying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's painful as fuck. It fucking sucks. Now, what do you do with that fucking energy? All that energy, because you were definitely putting all that energy towards the other person, man.
We've all had our...
You were putting a lot of energy towards someone else, man. Put that energy back into your fucking self and get your own shit together.
We've all had our emo moments back in the days.
And if you try to get a fucking rebound, which a lot of people do, I've seen bitches that they just cannot be without a dude. They got to jump from cock to cock.
The cock jump.
Every 6 months, you got to have a different cock, right? It's like a fucking...
We all have needs, bro.
Bitch, that ain't a need. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's not a need.
I mean, listen, bro.
That's a want.
People in Africa got...
It's not even a want. It's a issue because they can't hold the relationship for longer than a few months. It goes down, and then they convince themselves the other person is the evil one. It's not the other 20. You know, the other 20 exes that you had, they were all, you know, dysfunctional. You're the good one, right?
I mean, people in Africa got a bunch of wives.
Well,
is that considered cheating?
I don't know nothing about that shit, bro.
Africans with a lot of wives, or just those cultures that allow...
I feel like a dick.
You feel what?
I'd feel like a dick.
Having that much,
personally,
having that much wives,
like,
right?
yo, like you get to fuck once a week, but
that is crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the women are okay with it.
I'm not with the Genghis Khan shit. Yeah, it's normal to them.
Yeah.
I guess they say, at least they say they're okay with it. I don't know how they really feel about that shit, but...
I mean, they don't live in the West where it's like...
They probably get their ass whooped if they said something else, though. And if this is Islam, which I assume it is, you know, it's not like you have a choice. You're not going to be like, yeah, I don't like this.
I don't think that's the only country that beyond that, though.
No, there's a lot.
There's a lot, right?
There's a lot of Middle Eastern countries. There's places in Africa, like you said. There's
Indian dudes.
There's a lot of that, yeah.
Pakistani guys.
Yeah. I don't know.
They be on some anti-women rights shit.
They be on some...
Have you seen that shit?
I'm thinking to myself, like, what's the ratio of women to men, though?
I imagine.
Because there has to be some dudes that are not getting jack shit if there's that many dudes marrying a bunch of women.
Damn, you're right.
Either that or these bitches be...
multiplying.
Unloyal as fuck, you know? Which I doubt, because there's some serious consequences for them there.
Dude, I always wanted to, like, one of my, like, bucket lists, I gotta smash one of those chicks that, like, are all dressed up. And what is that called?
In the what?
And like all like head to toe in a fucking what's the term?
The animal suit?
No, like I don't know the term.
Is this some freak shit you about to pull up?
No, man. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about Middle Eastern chicks that are all dressed up. That they
oh, in a burqa?
What is it called?
A burqa.
A burqa?
Yeah, the shit on their face.
Well, they're dressed up head to toe. Is that what the whole thing is called? I know it's a word for it. I just
Listen, bro. They're dressed up. They look like a fucking lamp. You know.
You can't see their face. Their
Yeah,
eyes.
I know.
I wanna.
That's fine.
I wanna smash one of those girls.
Oh no, I'll definitely smash an Arab bitch.
They're pretty hot.
I'll fuck the shit out of an Arab bitch, bro. It's like a.
They must be real freaks since they're not very. I feel like they don't get
Dog, I swear to God, now that I think about it, there was this Arab bitch that was hitting on me for years, and I didn't even do shit about it. Goddamn.
You're asleep?
To be fair, she wasn't that good looking, but
Oh, okay.
she wasn't ugly. You know what I'm saying? She had a nice little booty. You know what I'm saying? I could have done something with that.
I wonder what chicks from Egypt look like. I haven't met much Egyptians.
Listen, bro.
Egypt is a swag place.
They got a fucking Pizza Hut next to the pyramids. You know what I'm saying?
Do they? Are
Yeah.
you just trolling?
I'm not trolling. You can see it. I saw it in one
What
of
the fuck?
It's not like right next to it, but like you can go in there like on the way to visit it, and it's just a fucking.
That is so random.
You know what I'm saying? It's like these are thousands of years apart. These things, and it's so weird to see them right next to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Together, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
We're on 7, by the way.
Damn, are we?
So all right, let's just compile this, bring it all together.
Okay.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Definitely not.
You want to fuck a chick in a burqa.
I do.
Peterson is talking about the stories of humanity's collective unconscious, as Jung described.
Yeah.
There's an issue with, you know, Trudeau trying to control how guns work in Canada.
Stop the purchasing of handguns.
Right.
Or
So there's a
selling them.
whole lot of shit going on. And hopefully, you know, next week we can fucking devour this world and just, you know, bring world peace in one podcast. Because that'd be the hope.
Yeah, maybe people start listening to us and
You sound desperate as fuck, goddamn.
nah, I mean and shit. But yeah, like
Go up to a chick and, you know, maybe like, I don't know, maybe you give me a chance.
a little something, you know, I am a potter.
Just let me, like, you fucking whisper. You don't even talk to her. You don't even say, hey,
No
hi.
confidence, like, hey, you know,
Yeah,
I'm a potter.
Hey, yeah, you look cute. Yeah.
Telling someone you pod is just funny. Like, hey, what do you do?
Don't say that shit as a career. Just say you're in the fucking.
Of course.
Say you're in software or some shit.
Of course you say you pod. That's like the new hip thing.
The fuck is that? That's like saying you're a YouTuber.
I think podding sounds cooler. It's just the word, I guess, that sounds. It's
Nah,
yeah, I'm a potter, baby. What's up?
that's like that broke chick in New York you meet. I'm an artist.
I do art.
I'm an artist. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
How much time do you think we got, honestly?
I don't know. You want to find out?
What percent are we still on 7?
We're on 5. We're on 5.
Damn, dude, that
It's running quick. It's hot. The computer's hot.
Shit. All right. I guess that is all we got, fellas and women. My good people listening out there.
It's been an honor.
It's been an honor.
I hope you got something out of it. You know, I hope you figured out.
We
some
did
weird
freestyle
shit.
most of this because we are freestylers.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't have topics. I'm sorry, guys.
We're not saying shit anymore. We gotta cut this shit, bro. We gotta consider there's someone listening to this shit.
All right, for real. We'll be back next week.
Peace.
Yeah, peace.